Hello everyone and welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Now today we're looking at one of our key verbs, the verb saber, which means to know. Now we've seen this word 100 times, and just sometimes when we come across this word in a text, we get lost. We get lost because it doesn't quite translate to what we think it should translate to, which is to know. So today we are looking at other meanings of the verb saber. Okay? Some of these are very colloquial, but it's also very, very important that you know them, so when you hear them, you recognize them. This verb is very used, and so it is essential that you stick around and get the full understanding of when it is used. Okay, so the first example of saber being used out of what we understand it to mean is when you see it with the subjunctive. I know. At GCSE Spanish, we stress the use of subjunctive a lot. And so you would have seen this. And so it's good as well for you to get a few sentences in with the subjunctive with this, because it makes you look good at the end of the day. Okay, so how can you use this in subjunctive and what does it mean? So the example I have here for you is this: me sabe mal, which you will hear left, right and center. It's just really used. It's a very popular expression. Me sabe mal, with the subjunctive. Por ejemplo, que tengas que llevar todo el peso. So it would translate to I feel bad. Like I feel bad about something, or I'm sorry about something. I'm sorry that you have to do something. So it's that feeling of, oh, I feel awful. Okay, I feel so bad that whatever it might be. So you might say, use this example: me sabe mal que tengas que estudiar mientras vayamos nosotros a celebrar con la fiesta. Okay, so I feel so bad that you have to stay in and study while we go out and have a celebration, have a party. Okay, or me sabe mal que estés castigado. Okay, so I feel so bad you've been punished. Okay, I feel so bad. So that's the first usage, to feel bad about something or to feel awful that something's happened. Okay, we would use that with the subjunctive. Okay, me sabe mal que estés tan enfermo. I feel so bad that you're so sick. Okay, so there you go. That's a nice one for you to use in your speaking. Okay, right. So that's the first one, to express that you feel bad about something, or you're sorry that that's the situation. Okay, right. The next usage is this. Is when you want to express cleverness. You want to show that someone's cunning in the way they think. So this is the sentence I've given you. Sabe más que todos. Okay? So saying he's cleverer than everyone. Okay? Incluso con 2 años que todos nosotros. Okay? So even at 2 years old, he's still more cunning than all of us. Okay? Sabe más que mi padre. He knows a lot more than my dad. So it's that sense of someone being cunning and clever, and you'd probably use it to talk about a child because it's surprising that the child knows so much. Okay, so in that sense, sabe más? Right. Next one is to express that you have or haven't had news about someone. You haven't had the information. So in this sense, no sabemos nada de él, meaning you haven't heard from him. Okay, you haven't heard from that person. You haven't had any news, so you don't know what's been going on with this person. You don't know anything about anything. You're just not informed. So that lack of information, so you're just not up to date on a subject or on a person. Okay, no sabemos nada de él, o no sabemos nada de lo que dices. Okay, there you go. Okay, no sabemos. A better example would be this. No sé nada de mi padre desde hace muchos años. Okay, so I haven't had any news from my dad in years. Okay, that's just an example. So to not have news of someone, to not be informed or updated about what's going on with that person. So it's used in that sense also. Right, moving on. The next one we will see is when we're talking about flavors, sabores, los sabores. So you might say, you might be eating something and to express the flavor, you might be saying, you taste something for the first time and you might say, sabe a chocolate. It tastes like chocolate. Okay, or sabe a mantequilla. Okay, so it tastes like butter, it tastes of butter, like butter. Okay, so for flavors you would say, you would use sabe. Okay, sabe plus a. Sabe a chocolate. Sabe a mantequilla. Okay, sabe a chicle. Sabe a fresa. Okay, so it tastes of strawberry. That's perhaps one of the most popular usage of the verb saber. Okay, one of the many. Right, okay, moving on. The next use is this. Again, related to tastes, and this is a phrase that you should look out for and use it also, okay? Sabe genial, okay? So it tastes great, okay? Or sabe mal, it tastes awful. Sabe fatal, fatal, horrible. Sabe mal, it tastes bad. Okay, sabe genial. Okay, so in that sense as well, to talk about what it tastes, what something tastes like. Okay, right. The next one, which you would have probably seen, and it replaces our can when we're talking about ability. So when you're talking about things that we're able to do, so for example, you would stick a verb in and we'll use it to talk about instruments. So, mi hermano sabe tocar el violín. Okay, so my brother knows how to play the violin. It translates to know, but we would say my brother plays the violin. He can play the violin. Okay, so we would use can, they would use sabe. Okay, so to talk about instruments, you would use it. And for other verbs, montar en bici, to ride a bike. I know how to ride a bike. Or to ride a horse. Sé montar a caballo. Okay, sé coser. Okay, coser is to sew. Sé cocinar. Oh, mi madre no sabe cocinar. Okay, my mom doesn't know how to cook. Saber plus the verb. Saber cocinar. Saber bailar. Okay, mi hermano no sabe bailar. Okay, my sister can't dance. So again, you can see that we use the verb can instead of to know. Okay, there you go. You might know how to dance, but perhaps you know that the technicality of how to dance, but probably you just don't dance well. So you would say, I can't dance. Okay, right. I hope I didn't confuse you with that one. I think I just confused myself. Right, okay, moving on. Generally, when we're talking about knowledge, conocimiento, of a subject, of a specific subject, you would then employ saber, okay? Sabe francés, okay? That's a subject. French, he speaks French, he understands French. So you would use it in that sense to show that he has knowledge of French. No sabe chino, okay? Instead of saying he doesn't know, he can't speak Chinese, you would just say that. No sabe chino. Or sabe chino. he understands Chinese, he speaks Chinese, okay? He's able to express himself in Chinese. So, or in science, okay, or whatever subject you want to choose, you can use saber to express that the person understands or is a connoisseur in that area, okay? Saber, okay? Right, so these are the 7 times we would use them. Can you see? So I hope you're walking away today with a better understanding of how and when to use saber, apart from to express, to know, okay? Remember to talk about flavors, how something tastes, to also show and express the subjunctive, okay? Me sabe mal que tengas que pasar por esto tú sola, okay? I feel so bad that you have to go through all of this all on your own, okay? To express that you haven't had news or about someone, you would also use it, okay? And so that is it. Please do not forget to like this video, and also please let me know what you're doing at school at the moment and what areas you'd like me to post a video on. I'm going to leave you. Until next time. Adios, chicos. Bye.